On this date, May the 3rd, 1985, 40 years ago today, I won this trophy, beating Chorley's Carl Crook in the ABA Senior Final. I stopped Carl in the second round after a thrilling fight at Wembley Arena, breaking Carl's nose in 3 places with a stunning right. My late brother Paul came over from Belfast to support me. 10,000 people watched the finals on a Friday night at Wembley Arena, and 10 million watched on BBC One, with Harry Carpenter doing the commentary. Only 4 TV channels in those days. This was my first year as a senior boxer, as I had just turned 19. Carl was more experienced, as he was 21. Carl was beat in the ABA final the previous year by Scotland's Alex Dixon, and Dixon went on to the Olympics that year, 1984. Carl was an ex-paratrooper and was 3-time combined services champion. The fact that Carl was an ex-para put me under quite a bit of pressure. I was from Belfast, well, Ardoyne to be precise. It was a Republican area that had suffered quite a bit at the hands of the paras. They were hated and loathed. It did go through my mind that if I lost to this para, I would have it cast up to me the rest of my life. Also, my late father Patsy Coco McAuley was a hard man, and he had a few rumbles with the paras on the streets. They couldn't get one to beat him. The paras even went to the extreme of flying over a regimental boxing champion from Germany to challenge my dad to a street fight. My dad knocked him out, and a legend was born. Graffiti went up in an entry in Herbert Street the following day. Coco rules the paras. On Carl's side was the fact that I had previously beat his brother Nigel, so the fight had a revenge angle also. I wanted revenge for the people of Ardoyne, who had suffered at the hands of the paras, of which Carl was one, and Carl wanted revenge for his brother Nigel. The first round was a very quiet round, a real feeling out round, as we both had a good look at each other. The second round exploded into violence, and one of the most brutal, most exciting rounds ever seen in a boxing ring, never mind an ABA final. 20 seconds into round 2, I caught Carl a vicious right, and the referee jumped in to give Carl a standing count. The referee then brought Carl to his corner to put back in his gum shield that I knocked out with my right hook. 20 seconds passed as Carl's coach washed out Carl's gum shield and put it back in Carl's mouth. I was on Carl like a harbour shark, as the referee said box on, and I was well on top. I was close to giving Carl a second count when Carl caught me with a stunning left hook. The punch buzzed me, but as I was receiving an 8 count, I was walking towards Carl as I stared defiantly at him. I was thinking to myself, I have lost the momentum now, and he has got it. I must get it back. I must. Well, my inexperience started to show as I charged in recklessly, throwing punches. Carl was a sharpshooter, and he was making me miss, and he was making me pay. Just then I loaded up in a Hail Mary of a left hook, and both my feet left the canvas as I put everything into it. Carl stepped to the side and landed a right. As both my feet were off the canvas, I stumbled, and the ref stepped in with another standing 8 count, as he thought I was hurt. Even TV commentator Harry Carpenter said on TV, "McAuley's legs have gone, you can see it." But this wasn't the case. I protested to the referee that I wasn't hurt as I fell back on the ropes. But I nearly misjudged the ropes. I needed to be calm, but I was anything but. As the ref said box on, Carl was well on top as I had lost my composure. Carl landed a nice uppercut which jolted my head back, and he loaded up on a big right to finish me off. But I beat him to the draw. My dad used to preach to me to catch my opponent as he comes in, as he said it's like punching twice as hard. It doubles the impact. Well, that's what I was thinking as Carl came in to finish it. My right landed a fraction before his, landing on Carl's nose. It made an awful crunching noise, which was heard around ringside. Carl went down in a heap. I walked to a neutral corner thinking he's not getting up from that. But he did. But the damage to his nose was so bad that the ref took one look and stopped it. Carl's nose was broken 3 places, 2 down and 1 across. The next day the headlines in the Sun newspaper were McAuley knows he's a champ, with reporter Colin Hart spelling nose N-O-S-E. Back in Ardoyne the following day, graffiti went up. McAuley's 2, Para's 0. Carl Crook turned pro and won the Commonwealth and British titles. He defended them 5 times. He boxed twice for the European title and was number 1 lightweight in the world when Pernell Whitaker was undisputed lightweight champion. The ABAs should have been the start of a glittering career for me, but things didn't work out. I won 11 of 12 pro fights and retired in my early 20s. But I have God in my life though, which is more important. Happy 40th anniversary, Carl. Take care and God bless.